Crystal ball, what do you see? Please help me out. All right. Okay, hello, this is Dalia's channel. I'm Dalia. Hello. I'm glad you are here. Okay, so tonight I'm going to do water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Predictions for the next 3 months. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, if the messages do not fit, do not worry about it. It wasn't meant to be. But if they do fit, if some of the messages do fit in your situation, that's good. That's nice. And congratulations. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarot and the Gypsy cards. So let's go ahead and get started. This is for the next 3 months. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right. Oh, excuse me. The cards already been shuffled and pre-cut. Okay. All right. So here um we have like the sadness and of course the misfortune and of course jealousy. Okay. All right. Well, some of you are going through some kind of mishap, some kind of troubles, misfortune, illnesses. You're going through that. And of course, it's like I'm reading it uh as the past, the now, and then like in the future. Okay. So some of you are going through some sadness, mishaps, misfortunes, uh, you know, something, that is upsetting, disappointing, failures, disappointment, or going through that. And of course, like in the future, of course, uh, you're probably there's going to be someone that's jealous. It's going to be like upset you, or maybe you're going to be feeling kind of jealous of somebody else's happiness, right? Since you're going through some troubles, right? So this is like some troubled times you're going through. And of course, either you or you're gonna be feeling like jealousy or upset about someone's happiness, right? Like in the future. But let's go ahead and continue. Okay? Now remember, put the messages how they fit into your life. And if it doesn't make sense, it wasn't meant for you. And if it does, hey, that's good. And congratulations. Okay, here we have is like the thief. Here we have is the baby. And then here we have is like the love. All right. Okay, so the thief is like something or an event that's been uh taken away, probably away from you from whatever you wanted to do, or some kind of a project, some kind of adventure or project. And like theft to me represents like maybe there was some kind of loss or like a loss of time. Okay. And then of course now you have like the baby and then you have the love. So the baby represents like a baby. It represents a baby or a child, or it could also be like something of a new beginning, right? Like a new job, a new position, or something new that's happening, right? So it could be like a new beginning. The baby could also be a baby, or it could be like a child with children, or like a new birth, a new baby coming in. And of course, you have the love next to it. So there's like, love for the child, love for the children, or love for for the baby, for the new birth, for the newborn. Okay, but baby could also be like some kind of a new project, some kind of a new idea, new project, new adventure. And it could be like a new beginning. And then like in the future, there's going to be enjoyment, right? Like happiness, enjoyment, love, healing, right? For whatever's going on. But it could also be it could also be the baby, right? Like a new birth, of a baby, a child coming in, a new family member coming in, and of course, there's gonna be love, right? Love and caring. It could also be healing too, love, healing, forgiveness, healing, love. and healing. All right. So this is for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, which is like water signs. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Okay. All right. So here again we have like Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and then of course the Star, right? The Star is like good good faith, good omen. Um but some of you are probably experiencing some anxiety, some worry, anxiety, some failure, some kind of loss, or maybe thinking up at night about how do I handle this problem? I have this problem. It's like a worry and thinking and worry and thinking about that, right? Or it could be like some kind of anxiety, some like a failure, like a loss, okay? But and then like in the future, you have like the healing, the hope, okay? Like the healing, the hope, the good omen. Um there's like hope and confidence, right? Like hope and courage and healing. Okay, so if right now you're going through some kind of a pain or some kind of failure, anxiety, some kind of a loss, or thinking about a problem that you don't know how to solve, and then of course you're going to come up with the answer. There's going to be some healing and hope and confident, right? And good omen. Okay, could also be like a recovery, okay? Like a recovery of something good that's coming to you in the future, a recovery, good health, and hope, of course, right? And courage and a good omen too. And, and it so happens to be right next to the love, right? Because this is right there is like the love right there, which could also represents healing too. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Let's put this away. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's get three more. All right. Some of you are probably going to be right now probably holding back or probably trying to save money or holding back on something or kind of being, because here we have like the Four of Pentacles. So that could be like in the past, because the way I read them is like the past, the now, and then in the future. And then here we have the Five of Wands, which is like financial troubles or some kind of a trouble, some kind of event trouble, some kind of a struggle, right? um you know but of course, later on there's gonna be, like there could also be success. But since it's next to the five, okay, wait, since it's next to the Five of Pentacles, it could also be like, after the during the troubles, like the disappointment, right? So there's gonna probably feeling like disappointment over this bad event or over this bad situation. Okay, like there's gonna be like like a loss, and in the future, like some kind of a loss. Okay, some kind of a disappointment, some kind of letdown of whatever problem this is. Okay, so just be careful on that. Okay, right. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more. But I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's get a little bit more into the situation. All right. Okay, so here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Here we have like the Five of Pentacles again. You know, the loss, the disappointment, the loss, the disappointment, okay? It can also be like low finances, okay? Because usually the Pentacles, it's like about finances, okay? Um, so, again, dealing you know, with the disappointment, dealing with the bad news, dealing with the disappointment, the failure, the disappointment, okay? So, or, some kind of loss too. It could also be like a loss of money too. All right. And then, like in the future, we have like a new beginning, right? Like a new adventure, a new thing, a new project, new school, new project, new idea, okay? But of course, just be careful because this the fool could also be positive as long as negative, okay? So just be careful, because this could also be like uh like if you're not focused on this new thing that you want, or new adventure, or new event, or new project or idea, it could go wrong. uh because it could be like a folly, right? Like a folly, like something bad too. But so just be careful. But it also represents like a new change, right? Like a new change, something different, new beginnings too. Okay, like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and start over because of this. I'm gonna go ahead in the future, start over, right? Like new beginnings and all that, new projects or whatever. But just be careful because this could also be folly, right? It could also be bad too sometimes. All right, so just focus and like be careful. Okay, let's see what else we get. All right, so here's like the family, the Ten of Pentacles, the inheritance, the family values, right? Because here we have like the Ten of Pentacles. Here we have is the High Priestess, and then we have like the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you right now going through the High Priestess situation. The High Priestess could be about thinking, it could be about following your intuition, um, and then thinking about, like observing, what do I do, observing, thinking, um, you know, uh, you know, uh, could also be about, having doubts. If I go this way, should I go, right? Should I go left? I'm thinking about it. I'm going to stay quiet. Let's see what happens. I'm going to, let's see what are my options here, like on a decision, right? Like thinking, probably having like some kind of a doubt. And it can also be, following your intuition too. A little bit of, a religious factor, a little bit of intuition, knowledgement, just get all the ideas, get all the of what you need to know, get more information right before, deciding. But this has to do like with intuition. It all has to do about, okay, let me go ahead and see what are my good options. Okay, the High Priestess, let me see what are my good options, the choices that I have. Let me follow my intuition on this decision. uh you know and the High Priestess, okay. um and it could also, because you could be like doubtful. But and then in the future, we have like the Six of Pentacles, about giving and sharing, about also being an event, maybe like a charitable event, good omen, money coming in, right? So it's like, hey, like a positive change coming in when it comes to the Six of Pentacles, like in the future, a positive change coming in, which is good, okay, which is good. It can also be about giving giving and sharing. It can also be a material success, uh which is good. All right, let's go ahead and get a little bit more into it. Okay, which is good. All right. Of course, here we have like a seven of pentacles, a seven of cups, the seven of cups right here, the knight of pentacles right there, and then we have like the temperance. Okay, so the seven of cups the seven of cups is about probably doing a little bit too much of one thing. It also has like having the opportunity of choices. Maybe in the past you had an opportunity of choices, it could also be in the past doing like a lot of things that you had to do a lot of things. And it can also be like fantasizing, okay, like fantasizing, wishing, fantasizing. Oh, I wish I had this and that. But like like the full. Okay, like here we have like the full and then the seven of the cups because both of them could be good, but it could also be negative too, right? The seven of cups and the full, it could also be negative. Okay, so just be careful about some things that are coming, right? Or like decisions, just think about it, use your intuition. That's why we have here the high priestess. Think about it because it could be doubtful. You got to think about it, use your intuition, and just go with your intuition. Go with like how you feel, right? Knowing inside of yourself, like, hey, I need to do this. That also represents being of the high priestess, like, hey, I know what to do now. And of course, we have here is the temperance, which is good. Okay, so the temperance is about balance. It's about healing. It's about uh, being having the balance, having the uh, having okay. Well, I'm going through this, and then I'm going to go ahead and get focused and it's also about forgiving, right? Like you learn, you forgive. The temperance is about good things. It's also a positive change. Okay, when you get a temperance, it's like an opportunity for a good change, and it's also like balancing things out. The temperance. Okay, which is good. Coming to a conclusion, knowing what to do, like, oh, I really know what to do in this area. Okay, that's the temperance. Okay, that's like the temperance about something, making a decision that's important, balancing out, and coming to a decision like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, the temperance. Okay, and it's also like a good omen, it's also like a good fortune, like a good omen, something positive when you get the temperance. All right? Which is good. And it's also about knowing what to do also. Like, okay, I already know what to do. Okay? Um, which is good because here we have like the Fool. Here we have the Six of Pentacles and then the Temperance. Okay, so that's good positive changes, even though you're doubtful about something, or even though there's some kind of a loss, some kind of disappointment. It's like, hey, you're gonna, there's healing time, coming, a good positive changes. Okay, because we have here like the Fool and the Six of Pentacles and the Temperance. Okay, which is good. Now remember, just be careful because sometimes the fool also means like a full, folly means full, okay? So just be careful on certain situations. And of course, you have here the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is someone dealing, someone that's 32, 38, 30, 29, 27, 30, 31, 25, 24, dealing with a person of that kind of maturity or dealing with someone in that age, okay? Someone with probably with dark hair, maybe dark skin, maybe, dark hair, brown eyes, you know, um, with responsibilities, right? Someone that is responsible. All right, so that is good. Okay, and I'm glad you are here. Remember, I have other videos on my channel, and I'm glad that you came here to visit. I'm glad. And let's go ahead and just take care and give a thumbs up if you like the video. I have other videos on my channel. Check those out. Thank you and take care. Bye. Until next time. This is Dahlia at Dahlia's channel. Bye.